Well, now let's get to some of your comments on our big story last night, looking at Multnomah County's new policy regarding tent and tarp distribution. Long story short, the county will stop handing those things out except during severe weather events. But tax dollars from the county will continue to fund nonprofits who can hand out tents and tarps as often as they like. Now, we had Multnomah County Chair Jessica Vega Pederson live in studio last night to talk about this. If you missed our 15-minute conversation, you can find it anytime on the KGW YouTube channel. Now, many of you told us that you were not thrilled with most of her answers.
She just double speaks all the time, and she talks so fast, she thinks people don't pay attention. She didn't answer any of your questions, nor does she have a plan. She just talks and talks and talks, and there's no action.
And how about this from Lynn, saying leaving thousands of people on the street isn't compassionate and welcoming. More with so many services that clearly don't work is inhumane. Numbers don't lie. You have to stop doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Sadly, unless true changes occur, we will be talking about this for years to come. We also heard from a lot of you who think the new county policy will do little to lessen the number of tents around the county, since nonprofits can keep handing them out whenever they want.
All the nonprofits, yeah, they can continue to spend their monies on the tents and on the tarps. There's not going to be any repercussion for them to continue to do that. Most of these homeless people, you've interviewed them, they don't want to go into shelters. They want to stay in their tents. They want to continue to do their drugs. They want to continue to steal and harass people. They walk, they drive, they ride their bikes around our neighborhoods, casing for what they can steal in the middle of the night to sell for their drugs. We really need a firm hand in dealing with this.
Another viewer wrote in saying, until tents are not allowed in our community, we will continue to draw mentally ill and addicted individuals to Portland and Multnomah County. We are an enabling community. We don't have to be. Now, here's what a viewer named Rob had to say about the new policy.
Even though that may seem like a step in the right direction, I don't know if she's ever raised a difficult teenager. We have to make it a little difficult for some of these folks. The more comfortable we make it for a lot of these people, it's harder for them to break the chain and rehabilitate and change their lives.
Now, that was a theme that many of you shared with us, including Tom, who wrote, living on the street should not be easy. If you're trying to change people's behavior, you need to have both sticks and carrots. Tents are carrots. Not having a tent, which only enables a homeless person to feel comfortable and not seek out housing services, forces a homeless person to start to seek help. Now, a few of you even wrote to us with some ideas on what could be done regarding camps all over town. A viewer on YouTube said, make a common place where the tents and tarps can be set up with trash bins and toilets and security. Then allow anyone who wants to stay in a tent or tarp in that spot and not just anywhere they want. Plus, all the money the city would save playing whack-a-mole and cleanup would pay for this spot. Peggy took that idea a step further, saying, why not take one of the parking garages downtown, or perhaps even two, and turn them into places that folks who are living on the street can go? Plus, you don't have to retrofit a parking garage. It's not like apartment housing, and you don't have to go through permitting in order to provide plumbing, electricity, etc. Well, thanks everyone for writing in. We do read all the emails and listen to all the voicemails. We just don't have time to share each and every one on the air, but we really do appreciate the feedback. Keep it right here. We're back after this.